Welcome to the crypto universe, your go-to channel for all things crypto. Whether you're seasoned or just starting your journey into the world of digital currencies, we've got you covered. Here at the crypto universe, we bring you the latest news, in-depth analysis, and comprehensive guides on everything crypto. From the hottest trends and market updates to beginner-friendly tutorials and expert insights, we make sure you stay informed and ahead of the curve. Today in crypto news, first up, the SEC just greenlit spot Ether ETFs, marking a massive regulatory shift. Trading kicks off today, and experts are calling this a game changer. Meanwhile, ETH Reserves on exchanges are at an 8-year low. Binance and Coinbase saw a $1.2 billion drop in just a week. In a surprising move, a US government wallet transferred nearly $4 million in Bitcoin to Coinbase. And BlackRock, they're dominating the Bitcoin ETF space with a whopping $526 million in new inflows. That's 98.7% of all US spot Bitcoin ETF inflows. Also, Swan Bitcoin's IPO is off the table. They're cutting staff and focusing on education and financial services. BlockFi is wrapping up its bankruptcy, while Hive Digital Technologies is wrapping up mining in Paraguay. Plus, Polymarket hit an all-time high in trading volumes this July. And finally, US politicians can now receive crypto donations in over 240 cryptocurrencies, thanks to Coinbase Commerce. Stay tuned, because the crypto world never sleeps. The SEC gives final approval to spot Ether ETFs, setting stage for a historic launch. Trading of the funds is expected to start as early as tomorrow, with one expert calling the decision now a massive, positive regulatory shift. SEC. The approvals come about 6 months after the SEC gave the green light to 11 spot Bitcoin ETFs. The US Securities and Exchanges Commission, SEC, quietly approved multiple spot Ether exchange traded funds after equities markets closed on Monday, paving the way for a historic debut of the funds as early as tomorrow. The approvals come roughly 6 months after the SEC approved 11 spot Bitcoin ETFs in January, and represent a shift in the attitudes of both regulators and Wall Street towards cryptocurrencies. Two funds from crypto investment giant Grayscale, the Grayscale Ethereum Mini Trust and the Grayscale Ethereum Trust, were still pending approval at the time of reporting. A spot Ether ETF launch wasn't expected this early, but the SEC surprised pundits in May by greenlighting preliminary filing documents submitted by BlackRock, Bitwise, Grayscale, Van Eck, ARC21 Shares, Fidelity, Franklin Templeton, and Investor. But now, with all required filings submitted and approved, including S1 forms, which all firms must file with the SEC in order to publicly list their securities. The consensus among industry experts is that several spot Ether ETFs will launch and start trading Tuesday morning. The CBOE disclosed last Friday that 5 of the proposed funds that will be listed on it would begin trading on Tuesday, pending regulatory approval. The price of Ether saw a modest appreciation following the decision, trading at just under $3,470 at the time of publication, up 1% since last week, according to CoinGecko. The journey to a spot Ether ETF, unlike the decade-long journey to a Bitcoin spot ETF, the first official filing for an Ether ETF was submitted by investment management firm Van Eck in 2021. Cathie Wood's ARK Invest subsequently made headlines when it submitted its application in September 2023. And several other large asset managers such as BlackRock and Fidelity followed suit shortly afterwards. But despite the approval of a Bitcoin BTC ETF. Many expected the SEC to reject the various Ether Spot ETF applications because there was less legal pressure on the regulator to do so, and also less communication between the SEC and Ether ETF applicants prior to May 23rd, the final deadline for the SEC to make a decision on some of these applications. Polymarket, a decentralized prediction market, showed a meager 18% probability of an SEC approval at the time. And even VanEck CEO Jan van Eck said it was unlikely his firm's application would be approved. But the SEC surprised crypto pundits when it issued initial approvals in May, setting the stage for today's final approvals, which will mark another watershed moment for the crypto ecosystem. The two largest cryptocurrencies are now available as units in publicly traded funds issued by the world's largest investment managers. What to expect going forward? One of the major changes experts are predicting after the Ether ETF launch is a much more favorable regulatory environment for crypto. Matt Seigel, head of digital assets research at VanEck, echoed Hugin's sentiments during the same X Spaces event. Siegel expects current SEC Chairman Gary Gensler, widely considered hostile towards crypto, to be ousted at some point after the US presidential election in November. Siegel also mentioned that several financial advisors who sell VanEck's Bitcoin ETF units to their clients are much more bullish about the Ether ETF. The rationale behind their preference for Ether over Bitcoin is the fact that Ether has staking rewards, even though such rewards won't be incorporated into the current version of VanEck's Ether funds. The current annualized staking reward is 3.2%, according to the Ethereum Foundation's website. The amount of ETH held and reserved by crypto exchanges has dipped to its lowest level since July 2016, likely driven by the fact that spot Ether exchange-traded funds are finally set to begin trading on Tuesday. Exchanges around the world collectively hold 16.9 million ETH, worth roughly $58.3 billion, a decrease of more than 10% since the start of the year, when exchanges had 18.8 million ETH, worth about $65.0 billion, according to data from blockchain analytics firm CryptoPunk. The last time exchanges held as small an amount of ETH as now was in July 2016, when ETH traded at around $11. At the time of writing, a single ETH token was trading at almost $3,500. Join us at the Crypto Universe for daily news, weekly news recap, in-depth analysis, beginner guides, and much more. Whether you're a seasoned trader or just starting your crypto journey, we're here to keep you informed and ahead of the curve. Don't forget to subscribe, like our videos, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update.